Hello.
What's poppin'?
Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean
No, I heard it's his successor this time.
successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, all so he could win.
He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts.
Ooh.
And now, his successor. I don't know what kind of person they'll turn out to be.
It's no good.
Mystic Maya.
It's
Oh,
12:30 at night.
He is alright.
Pearly! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then, you came all by yourself? Yep. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map.
Don't tell me you walked all the way here.
Huh? Of course not. I ran.
I'll be going hard. I'm sorry. That I can't. Oh my! It takes 2 hours by train. Oh man.
Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's that? Train.
I'll give up.
It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me?
Like what? It's so weird.
At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend.
Oh, bro said him. Oh.
I still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. What does that sound?
It's my AirPods going from charging to not charging over and over again.
It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life?
Maya, please don't mention that name ever again.
Huh? But why, Nick?
I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back.
Also, he stopped being a prosecutor.
What?
Oh yeah, he did quit.
Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean?
Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. ...
Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway.
Nick?
That's the girl, okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and defense prepared? What is with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me?
Mr. Phoenix Wright? You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct?
Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma?
I am Franziska... Hello? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy.
I see.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge.
Oh, wow. Oh? What's she doing with that? Revenge? This is about her father, Manfred von Karma?
If something of personal, if it's something of personal nature, I'm sure you can.
I'm talking.
Yo, she needs to chill.
If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me.
Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you.
Oh, she whipped him! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I kind of like her voice. I feel like I can do better.
Prosecutor Von Karma, you may your opening statement, please.
And it doesn't have to have phlegm right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant Maya Fey will find no escape from her guilt on my watch.
Very well. What is the defense's position?
Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to enter a plea if not guilty?
Yes.
Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams.
Okay.
The fact that I rolled with that, can we talk on that?
That was nice.
10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time.
A few of the keys don't work.
Probably because of the baby.
Yeah. E and C do not work. Justified self-defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Period.
Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone.
How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness.
Okay. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose.
Who could possibly be a... Oh! Gum Gum.
Oh, what's up, Gum?
Witness, your name and occupation.
Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct.
Wait. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit?
That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor.
Anyway, after a few minutes, the channeling started.
Gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir.
A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. And that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over.
The diagram of the channeling chamber. Cool.
So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that.
Stop wasting my time, then.
Cause of death. Witness testimony.
The right cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing.
How did y'all get all of that information?
The victim was stabbed before being shot.
I'm sorry, I messed up his voice. I don't know what that was.
This is the victim's autopsy report, sir.
Autopsy report. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank.
The court accepts this into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
I sure will.
Press them all earth on. Let me stop.
Cause of death. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it?
It was the victim.
Ooh, my theory! Well, our theory. So basically, it was that he was gonna summon Shorty so that way he could threaten her into doing that, even though it wasn't even though it wasn't her fault.
Facts, I remember now.
The victim?
Now, why would he have...
Objection!
Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point is that you are missing. Huh? Oh, the point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start.
Fingerprints. There were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faze, were also on the grip, sir.
So along with the victim. So he also had the gun at one point. So I'm thinking, presented with the gun, Shorty gets the upper hand, stab, grabs the gun, shoots him.
My thing is, where did the knife come from? Was it a ritual knife? Or
I don't
was
know.
it a knife that was already in the room? Or did Shorty already have it on her person?
Ooh, and remember there were 2 gunshots, and then there was a gunshot in the little panel in the back. So I'm imagining like he's sitting there, she gets some, and bow, he shoots at her, misses, stab, gun falls, he's bleeding out, gets the gun, bow, pops him in the head.
But honestly, where did the knife come from?
Yeah, I don't know where the knife came from.
Where? Shorty? What? Okay.
So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon.
I walked right into her hands there. About to say I'm losing life for that?
No, you're not.
I was about to lose it. The shot was fired from point blank range. Point blank, huh? So about how far away is that?
It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away.
And how do you know he was shot point blank?
My Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country.
How am I rolling with that?
Excuse me?
Gunpowder burn.
Gunpowder burn?
When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole.
Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and it gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns on the victim's forehead.
Wow, never knew that. Well, we learn, I guess.
Is that evidence? Why isn't that evidence?
Oh, yeah. Before the victim was shot, he was stabbed in the chest.
Where's the knife?
Stabbed? And what was he stabbed with?
A fruit knife.
A fruit knife?
I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belonged to the face, sir. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it. Alright. All over it, huh?
This does not look good.
What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I'm gonna keep pressing.
I gotta find a better voice for her. I feel like I can do better.
I would give her a more like sultry, deep voice.
Okay, I'll try that.
The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How severe was the wound?
If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill.
The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot?
Yep, sure as can be. You want to look at the wounds and you come with the same conclusion too, pal.
A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools.
A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter, then, which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What
We-
a pain.
Well, how was that? I kind of like that.
That was good. That was good. I like that.
That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence.
Pistol added to the court record. Murder weapon was Mr. Gray's shot. 2 shots were fired. Bears Maya and Gray's fingerprints. Murder weapon, a small fruit knife. Belonged to the face. Bears Maya's fingerprints.
The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Witnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time.
And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case.
Naturally.
This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme.
Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes.
See, a fool is a fool who only listens to foolish fools, but this so-called attorney objected to an objection that was never objective.
Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It is the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change your justified self-defense because now would be the time to do so? This is your final chance.
And you as a foolish fool will reject my objection.
This is a huge decision. I better think through all the way. Okay, so here's the simple fact of the matter, okay? Whether or not we believe that Maya actually we know for a fact Maya did not actually kill this guy. She had nothing to do with it. But in a summoning seance, things can get pretty
Out the box.
dicey. You know what I mean? If it's justified self-defense, if our theory holds up, it is justified self-defense. Point blank period. That guy came at her, tried to kill her, she stabbed him. But here's where it gets shaky as well. After you stabbed him, he was unable to defend himself any further. You leave it at that, boom. But then you picked up this gun and you shot him again.
And I feel like by then, so after that first shot and after he got stabbed, I feel like by then she was fully possessed. Because maybe he didn't, because he has no idea about the ritual. He was completely ignorant to the whole case. So maybe what had happened was that he thought that she was possessed by the point. So he pulled out his gun and he started threatening and he shot at her, missed. She pulled out the knife to defend herself, stabbed him. Now he's incapacitated. So now he's just like, and then she becomes fully possessed. And then she takes the gun and she's like, yeah, here comes my revenge.
Here comes my... As far as I understand, though, it's instantaneous.
What?
The possession. Like, it isn't like something that takes time.
Maybe, I don't know. We don't know.
Because they went in there and it was like, "Bah!" Like immediately it started popping off. I genuinely do, like, this is straight up self-defense. Like, there's no other way to really put it. He put a gun in her face. Like, I don't see how that doesn't happen. Or like that didn't happen. He put a gun in her face and she stabbed him out of self-defense. The gunshot wound to the head, I cannot justify though. And that's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know.
Honestly, you're making a better point than I am. But at the same time...
But my point is still shaky because I still don't really know.
And so is mine because there isn't enough evidence.
Because mine is pretty much off of technicality.
Yeah.
It's like, technically it was self-defense, but also it wasn't even her. So should I just go ahead and plead not guilty because it wasn't her? But what if it was? Like, I don't feel like I know enough.
Wait a minute. It
poison her because she didn't even remember half of what happened.
Yeah, she didn't remember anything. Yeah, she didn't remember him pulling out the gun or anything.
So would that really be self-defense? No. So,
But if it would be self-defense if he pulled a gun on that girl, whether it was Ghost Girl or not. And if we're if at this point we're defending Ghost Girl and in turn defending Maya, I'm gonna say not guilty. I'm feeling not guilty. Barnes, you cool?
oh my gosh!
It's always like, I don't know. I'm nervous. If the plead justifies self-defense, we will basically be confessing to the murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labeled a murderer.
But by technicality, it would be by self-defense.
I'm about to say, I wouldn't say she's a murderer if she defended herself. If someone ran up on me and tried to stab me, bro, I'm stabbing you back.
Attorney, not detective, attorney.
Yeah, we're attorneys. Technically, we shouldn't even have any evidence besides the stuff that's presented in court. We go out and find our own evidence. We're low-key a detective, but don't tell the judge that, okay? don't call us a detective here in the courtroom. They don't need to know all that. But regardless, yeah, Phoenix is right. We can't let that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Which one did we choose?
I chose not guilty.
Okay, good.
She's not guilty, Your Honor. She is nice at this. I've seen her turn into her dead sister all the time, and I'm definitely not crazy.
Right.
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. Yo, can we please take that weapon out of her hand, Your Honor?
Right.
Like she's whipping all of us in the courtroom. She should be arrested. I'm finna stab her out of self-defense.
Mm-hmm. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective! Right, we just as confused as you.
Yeah. Why she has a whip is still up in the air. Like, what do you plan to do with that? I mean, obviously, she planned to come in here and take the courtroom back to 1716, bro. OD, my fault,
No,
chat.
that was
That was OD.
no, that was bing.
Swabbing chat 21 plus, yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike.
Why is she pulling on her sleeve like that? You gonna mess up your fabric.
She said, let me adjust this, because mom.
Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by...
Yeah, nah, this is ridiculous.
Yes, of course. Go right ahead and give your testimony.
Shorty whipped him right in the shade. That's not even right.
Yo liked it.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence.
What is she asking for it?
Hand it over.
Incriminating evidence.
Sorry, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume of the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime.
Costume is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's mad disrespectful to her culture, cause
For sure.
As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
without a doubt.
So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence that a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fade to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Gumshoe, so I am an Acme agent chasing after Carmen Sandiego? Neat.
I'm saying, like,
So he is an Acme agent.
Maya's costume. Again, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to call it a costume.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't believe in this stuff, you know what I
You
mean?
should put like attire or
Yeah,
like
Maya's clothes. It's just her clothes. That's what she wears all the time.
right.
My clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. There are blood spatters on it. Whose blood?
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's the victim's.
Of course.
All right, Mr. Wright.
Let me stop.
Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. This situation get any worse?
What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer.
Pull out the Glock.
Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Okay, bro. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Alright. Incriminating evidence. I think what we're presenting here is going to be the hole in the panel.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence.
Oh wait, I want to press them still. My fault, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, what we do is that we press them on every single last thing unless we get penalty for it.
Yeah.
Just so that way we get as much information as possible.
Yeah, because it's a lot of little hidden tidbits and like hints and stuff in here, and I don't want to be overconfident on where I'm supposed to present because you lose life pretty fast out here in these streets. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier?
You're kind of scary today, you know, pal? Come on now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. All right, just please stop glaring at me like that.
What to say? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, Phoenix need to start bucking up at these people. They keep playing with me.
Facts.
Maya's costume?
Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her.
Maya. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. She's not allowed to wear anything else? I'm sorry, what does that add to the case, Phoenix? Like, I hate when we do. I hate when it does that.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's covered in blood.
Whose blood is it?
This blood on the costume.
Lab results show that it's the victim's blood.
Okay. Alright.
Well, that theory's out of the water.
Yikes. It could have been a blood orange. Never mind.
So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you can glean from this piece of evidence?
Well...
Objection! If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on.
We have 3 days?
Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
She's trying to clear all this in the 10 minutes. It's been more than 10 minutes.
I'm
sister.
saying. Now even the judge is on our side. If
He's
I
with-
bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do?
Press
Press
further.
Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. Just have to look harder. Okay, well let's go look at it. How about that? Okay, we can't look at it.
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Can you not? Like, what is up with dude? Looks like my time is up. So about the costume.
There's one little thing.
There must be one little thing. Your Honor, actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I just be kind of going on a whim and hoping for the best, dude.
What? What are you talking about, pal? Where's the problem what you're talking about?
Come this far, there's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here.
That bullet hole! That bullet
Oh, I didn't see the bullet hole before.
Babe!
No,
Are you serious?
no, I didn't see the bullet hole. I was too focused on the blood. Boom! One day he just breaks the whole stand.
Oh, so sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, my fault, Your Honor. Objection. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve?
Oh, let's go.
There's a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? Smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
Oh! I'm sorry, y'all. I had to burp.
A hole that smells of gunpowder.
Looks like I found the hole I was looking for.
Let's go.
Your Honor, the only logical conclusion is that you can make is that this must be a bullet hole. Imagine he actually stuttered like that in court right then.
You
Give me a second. Objection! Get him out of here, Your Honor.
Let me just refresh.
Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It is best we correct the court record first before anything else.
Maya's costume updated in the court record. I forgot to read it.
Sorry about that. Guess we messed up, sir.
Yeah, y'all mess
Yeah.
up all the time. Y'all were messing up a year ago before this game started. Maya's clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Press the check button for details.
Bullet
It
hole.
has a bullet hole in it, and we're very aware of the blood splatter.
Very well aware.
Is she actually smiling? She's bad, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, low key. Wait, how old is she?
That's 18.
She's only 18?
I'm about to say she looks like 27.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness, wait, so my voice for her before was actually pretty accurate.
Yeah, she's not that old.
Okay, great.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was Amy meeting that said deceased. I was like, what happened to her? What else is she hiding?
Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more.
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
And nobody said anything to Gumshoe about it too.
Yeah.
Snaky.
While I agree this is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Kama has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then
No way.
Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir.
Are you serious?
The defendant attacked and killed a person who was without a doubt not fighting back. I feel like we can present this now.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Detective Dick Gumshoe!
Oh.
Yes? Having you calling by my full name is kind of a weird feeling.
He liked it.
Right. He got a shiver down his
Yeah,
spine.
you said, ooh. You said that my client killed a person who was, without a doubt, not fighting back.
Yeah, I did.
Then what, may I ask, is this bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? Ah, you're right.
It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
All right, the wind seems to be shifting.
Huh.
What is with that? Are you finished yet, laugh?
Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Kama?
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pled not guilty.
Why, that's right.
Who is she with? Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all.
No!
Well, Yes, that's true.
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense.
Huh? How's that?
Why did she hit Gumshoe? He
What?
didn't even say anything.
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. When you do that man voice, if you close your eyes, it sounds like pink.
It's actually cool.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, dude.
Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together a scenario all by myself?
Ah.
I think I'm gonna give him a little bit more of a slight country, a little bit of a country to him.
Okay. You know he's clearly a city boy.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I'll just give him a little bit more of a like a urban kind of like talk, like a little bit more of a
New York?
a little New Yorker.
Okay. You know, I feel that vibe from him.
Yes, right away, sir.
It's kind of hard to do that with his voice.
So then just stick with that. I feel like that counts too for me.
During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot because they were too close, and he would miss. The defendant then picked up on the opening. He took the victim's gun and ended.
What about the knife?
The scenario you have put together does make sense.
Hold up. Oh no, I gotta go through that again.
Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright,
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily.
please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
I'm gonna tear you a new butt. Yeah, man. What transpired?
During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest.
But when was that chance?
Yeah, like what? There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlike the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess.
You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Mr. Phoenix Wright. Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not?
In the middle.
When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. You know, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, but you know a lot, sis.
You know,
You like fully are convinced, like, yeah, so when she did the channeling, she took on the nurse's build because she became the nurse. What do you not understand, Mr. Wright? So if we've just established this, then it really wasn't her fault.
it really wasn't her though.
So what was she supposed to do? Like, why is she going to jail for this? She literally had no control over the situation.
And she didn't do it at all then.
I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurain channeling technique?
Yo, Phoenix is really us.
Yo, I'm saying.
Like I said before, I am perfect.
What about what you were talking about? I don't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue on with the testimony.
Oh, he feel that heat.
Yeah, bro.
I feel it too.
Of course, the victim used his last strength to fight back. You said earlier he wouldn't have had enough strength to fight back. So the victim was stabbed, but the wound didn't kill him?
But if you think about the blood loss, he probably was hurt pretty bad.
How badly hurt would you say he was?
Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. Guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. He's just in the courtroom, like,
Just
shaking, waiting for the next time, bro. She's a monster. Sorry.
Wow, she didn't. Wow, she is really whipping these men.
You did not need to hit my man's gummy, bro.
Why?
Okay, can I present the knife, maybe? Murder weapon. A small fruit knife belongs to the phase. That's stupid. Hold up. Okay, let's keep looking.
While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun.
Where in the world did that pistol come from?
It looks like the victim. Dr. Gray had specifically brought it for that day.
But a handgun?
He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder.
I mean, this was premeditated.
My nigga.
This is so premeditated.
What in the world? Are we seriously doing this right now? He is clearly trying to kill Maya. He was going to shoot that girl if she didn't listen to him. Like, what are we doing here?
Can we be so for real?
He bought a pistol off of the black market.
Again?
Is that legal?
No, it's not.
Like, let's look into him a little bit. How about we? Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something?
Yeah. Against her revolt. Against the nurse's revolt. Or Maya's revolt.
Victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then?
Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when the shot was fired.
Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and aimed it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life.
Yeah.
The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger.
Even me? I wonder. Pulls out the gun in court.
Now do you understand? A Von Karma's logic is perfect.
His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. There's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. I know where it is, I just don't know where the evidence is. Well, I'm completely out of thoughts.
I am too, and it sucks. Like, nothing's clicking for me.
Yeah, it's not clicking for me really at all. Alright. Yeah, like I said, guys, we really don't know what to do here, so we're just gonna kind of exhaust all the options at this point.
Yeah. What in the world?
Literally no idea. Literally no
Where
idea.
did you press it on?
It was on
What,
it was they were
during-
too close, and I put the thing. I used her costume. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing.
Eh? What do you mean?
Finally, I'm so glad we moved.
Yeah, I'm about to say this little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony.
I don't know
I'm
how,
about
but
to say, please
alright.
let me know, Phoenix,
Cause
I'm lost, bro.
we not on the same wavelength, brother.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. That were true. Then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume?
Oh, wow.
I don't know what a gunpowder burn looks like. I didn't know what to look
It
for.
kind of looks like, it actually kind of looks like powder, and it kind of just looks like something that's like burned around the etching. But at least for this case, you don't really see it because it was so far away that the gunpowder wouldn't really have a residue.
Yeah, that's how they knew it was point blank, so it must have been far away. I really genuinely thought that had a gunpowder burn on it, but I guess not. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Can you guys stop calling it a costume?
That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean?
It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other.
Hmm.
I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away.
Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking.
Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that?
Objection!
Shorty, thank you for helping us out.
I'm about to say, as if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound for the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. So she got cold?
Well, then... That's right! The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you.
It doesn't.
That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think.
What? My question is, why would she need to push her away?
Yeah. Why would she need to push him away? And then, like, okay, so you land a crit hit, bro. Stab him again? Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor.
Fatal? Flaw?
Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation.
Are you serious,
Husband.
bro? There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts that line of thinking. Wait, he was
Is it the screen? Is it the screen? Because
on...
what if she saw the gun, she went behind it to hide? Oh, and like trying like maybe protect herself? That's kind of a stretch. Not really.
Yeah, because why would he... Well, I mean, it's not a stretch, I don't think, but why would he shoot at the ground? It's like, what were you trying to hit? Her ankle?
And then it got and then maybe that's how the bullet got through her. I don't know what that is. Her jacket.
Her jacket. Even still, if she rushed back in, okay, so she stabbed him, pushed him, then pushed him, and then he had the strength to lift up a gun and shoot her?
It has to be that then. The screen? I just have a feeling it's the screen. Please tell me it's the screen. I really want it to be the screen.
She really wants it to be the screen. There you go. It popped up. Congrats, Jade. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic.
What is that? A folding screen?
I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen.
Oh.
I mean, that was pretty accurate.
Thank you.
Sounded like you were getting some good loving, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So I was like, oh. Sorry, y'all.
Ew. Looks like you already know what I'm talking about.
Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please.
Are these two really that clueless? Nigga, I'm clueless. I don't know what's going on.
Let's just follow through, baby.
The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height at approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. I was saying, why was it so low?
Order!
And it's just
It's in there, bro.
like
This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. I'm gonna say she was back here.
Either she was back here or she was... No, because, yeah, she was probably back there then. There's no way she wasn't, because look at all that space.
Here! Behind
Behind the folding screen?
Ah!
The victim and his attacker... Hello? The victim and his attacker were fighting, were they not? Then what would the attacker be doing all the way back there? Besides which, if the attacker was behind the folding screen, then how could the victim even know where to shoot? It's obviously impossible.
Yeah, I guess so.
What?
Oh,
What?
dang. Okay, well, it's funny that they...
So maybe she was like right here, maybe grabbing some stuff to prepare?
I'm thinking she was right here because that's like indirect path. Like, where else would she be at? Like here? But if she's kneeling and he's right there and he's aiming a gun, like it's kind of a straight path. So it would have to be here. If not behind the folding screen. But I think it's interesting that they had a whole like talking point about being behind the folding screen if that wasn't the place where she was.
Right.
Somewhere around here? Uh-oh, the judge's face scrunched up. He just smelled some serious bad breath. Wait.
I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Oh, sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, of course. Oops. What's done is done, but now I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime.
Maybe she was right in front of him, like where she was before. So maybe just right across from him. Wait, no, because she would have to be far away. So she would probably be like, maybe right, no. Where could she have possibly been at then?
She was standing here, near the folding screen? I guess so.
I guess so. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Oh, shorty mad. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim?
No, because of the gunpowder, idiot.
Mm-hmm.
That's impossible.
But why?
You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However... Ooh, that scared me. There is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole in this costume.
Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You!
I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways away from the victim when she was shot at. How do you think this has changed the defendant's situation?
Changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution is claiming that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time?
Squatting all the way by the folding screen?
Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, then why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike?
Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason.
Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the blast radius of disaster.
You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Thank you, oh my goodness.
To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me.
Ugh, of all things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile?
Yo, leave the desk alone. Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic?
Huh? How is it my fault?
You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Ooh! Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later.
And now I have to do him like that, bro.
3-strand is crazy. There's
There's
definitely
at least 7 strands.
Okay, let's
bro.
count.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's literally 10.
And there's literally 10, bro.
Put some respect on bro's
Put some
goatee.
respect on bro's goatee. Even though those two are connecting, kind of look like it's just kind of...
It counts.
Okay. Okay.
Leave bro alone.
Punishment?
Well then, your honor.
I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness.
Next witness? That's gotta be Lada.
Gotta be shorty.
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness.
Alright, guys, and I think that with that recess, we're gonna go ahead and end this video here.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 1:40.
It is 1:40.
Love you dudes. Stay safe, stay positive,
God
and
bless.
stay blessed. And we will see all of you beautiful people in
In
the next
next
video.